Hey everyone, and welcome to my channel. My name is Joanna and this is my creative corner. Today I'm coming to you with rather unexpected video. I was actually working on a completely different project, a comparison between Neocolor 1 crayons, the water resistant kind, and Crayola wax crayons. For that video I'm coloring the same page, which is this page. It is by Agota Pop Illustration, a printable that I purchased on Etsy, and I'm using the same palette, and it is the Coral Curiosity palette from my Perfect Summer Days collection. One version is being colored using Crayola wax crayons only, and the other version will be colored with Neocolor 1 crayons. And while working on Crayola version yesterday, I accidentally discovered a super simple trick that makes Crayola wax crayons looking noticeably smoother and softer. And the best part? You don't need anything except Crayola crayons themselves. No solvents, no alcohol, no petroleum jelly, no special blending products, just your crayons. Some viewers have asked me whether I've tried using solvents or alcohol markers or gums or Vaseline and, many similar products. And while there is absolutely nothing wrong with experimenting, I even encourage you to experiment as much as possible. I personally prefer to keep things and coloring process clean and simple and odor-free and non-toxic and, paper-friendly. So since I had little time and space today, I thought I would quickly share the discovery with you. So let's dive in. You've probably heard people say that white Prismacolor Premier colored pencil is an excellent blender. Well, in my opinion, it isn't. I actually explained my why and talked about this in my video on 5 coloring myths that were killing my joy and slowed my progress, and feel free to watch it if you're curious. The problem with white Prismacolor Premier colored pencils is that it is white. And it simply means that it lightens up and turns into pastel tones whatever color they are applied over. Let me quickly scribble a swatch of white Prismacolor Premier. Its opacity is crazy and it's probably one of the best white colored pencils out there though. And as many of you know, I often aim for rich and vibrant colors rather than soft pastel tones, so using Prismacolor Premier colored pencils as a blender is totally pointless for me. That's why when I want to blend media, I usually reach for a blending stump like this or colorless pencil blenders. And if you're interested in colorless blender pencils, I highly recommend Sugar Sweet's comparison video. He did absolutely fantastic job testing different options, and I will leave the link to this video in the description. But for today's technique, we don't need any of those tools. All we need is a white Crayola, ideally a sharpened one. To sharpen Crayolas and most of wax crayons that I usually use a regular pencil sharpener with a container attached. And the reason for this is that the shavings tend to become electrically charged and stick to everything, so having a container helps to keep the chaos under control. And the only exception from this rule is Neocolor 2 crayons. So for Neos 2, I use a regular sharpener because I actually collect the shavings and use them later in my coloring process. Now, let me sharpen my white Crayola and let's swatch it. Now, look at this. I was pressing quite hard, and look how translucent the swatch is. You can barely see the crayon on the paper, and that's exactly why and how the technique that I'm about to show you works. The principle is actually very similar to something that I showed more than a year ago in my Crayola blending video. Back then I used a blending stump like this to create friction and generate heat. The heat softens the wax and makes it easier to move and spread across the paper. And yesterday suddenly it occurred to me, what if white Crayola crayon became the blending stump? And because it's translucent, it can help smooth the wax without dramatically changing the colors underneath. And sure, it will lighten them lightly, but not as much as the white Prisma would. So let me show you the technique in action. I'm taking another page from Agota Pop Illustration's Underwater collection, and I will be coloring maybe this fish using a couple shades of blue and green. And let me take you to the first row. So guys, when I color with crayons, I use them as if I would use, colored pencils. I build layers gradually, and I vary my pressure as I go. And let the colors overlap gradually. And I will show you the process. But I cannot color and talk to you at the same time, so let me focus on coloring for a moment, and I will be back with you in a second. And now that the fish is colored, I'm taking my white Crayola wax crayon. It is already sharpened, as you can see, and I'll be using small circular motions to smooth out the wax and blend the transitions. So yeah, that's better. Let's start. And when it's done, it is the result. I think it looks super cute. Is it perfect? No, but the perfection isn't really my goal when I color with crayons. I'm here with them for the fun, for creativity, and honestly for the simple pleasure of dragging those waxy sticks across the paper. It simply is super pleasant for me. And if you want to push the image even further, you can always, add more layers with crayons or wax-based pencils to create additional depth and details. And I hope that you enjoyed this spontaneous little experiment and that you found the technique useful. If you did, please give the video a like, it really helps my channel to grow. And feel free to leave a comment and share the video with your crayon-obsessed coloring friends. And that's all I have for you today. Stay calm, keep coloring, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye!